For this video, we're covering the last of the fundamental types of effects, distortion. This video is brought to you by PureVPN. Join 3 million existing users and get all the benefits of a VPN, including private browsing and access to region-locked content through servers in over 140 countries. Plans start at $1.32 a month and are backed by a 31-day money-back guarantee. Get started at the link in the description. Distortion is any unwanted or unintended change to a signal. This can come from all sorts of sources like added noise, crossover distortion in an amplifier, dropouts from low-quality digital transmission, and so much more. When we talk about distortion as an effect, it's generally to refer to some kind of peak distortion, also referred to as harmonic distortion. Peak distortion limits the loudest peaks of an audio signal. In doing so, it has the same effect as a limiter, which you can learn more about in my video on compressors. In short, it'll increase the average loudness of a sound while setting a maximum limit for the sound. The quality that separates distortion from limiting is that it also creates additional harmonics in a sound. You can see that when I add a distortion plugin to this sine wave. Additional frequencies start to appear following the harmonic series. Those additional frequencies give distortion its characteristic. We would say that distortion makes sound thicker, warmer, or harsher, depending on the type of distortion and how it's used. Speaking of types of distortions, there's lots, and there's a lot of different names to refer to them. Probably the most common type of distortion is saturation. Saturation is actually a technical term for a specific phenomenon that occurs in transistors and vacuum tubes, but in the audio world it generally refers to any kind of distortion that comes from an analog source. For example, you can have saturation from different kinds of amplifiers and preamps, or analog storage mediums like tape and vinyl. Saturation plugins are usually modeled after the characteristics of a specific type of real-world hardware, or even a specific model. In the guitar world, distortion is very popular. The two main types are overdrive and fuzz. Overdrive models the sound you get from pushing tube amplifiers too hard. It's generally referred to as warm and thick. Fuzz, on the other hand, is bright and harsh. You won't see those types of effects in use too much in the sound design world, but they are useful to know about. The last main type of distortion is clipping, which is the distortion you'll get from digital hardware. Clipping is generally avoided as it sounds incredibly harsh. This is because digital clipping immediately acts on the signal, while analog types of distortion react more slowly to sound levels, giving them their more pleasing characteristics. You will see clipping plugins, but they're generally soft clippers. They still create the hard limit in sound you get from digital distortion, but are programmed to react more slowly, preventing the distortion from becoming excessively harsh. Anyway, with that out of the way, how can you use distortion in sound design? Well, there's lots of ways. First, you can use distortion to emulate real-world distortion, for example, a voice coming through a telephone or PA system. You can use distortion to add more intensity and impact to sounds, for example, adding subtle distortion to a gunshot or explosion to make it thicker or punchier. Distortion is also great for heavily designed sounds, like something for a sci-fi or a fantasy setting. To demonstrate what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you several distortion plugins on 3 different sound sources. First is a 60 Hz sine wave. This is a great way to show how distortion creates additional harmonics in a signal. It's also a great way to create a cool electrical buzz that might come from high-power equipment. Next is a vocal track. On the practical side, our ears are really sensitive to the human voice, so you'll be able to easily hear the tonal qualities of each effect. This can also be used to emulate a voice coming through a crappy piece of equipment. Lastly, I have a nice explosion to show how distortion can thicken a sound. For the sine wave and vocal recording, I'm going to slowly bring in the distortion so you can hear the effect. I'll also compensate with the gain so you're just hearing the distortion changes and not any volume change. For the explosion, we're just going to go straight in, full blast distortion. The plugins I'm using to demonstrate are Soundtoys Decapitator, Soundtoys Radiator, Audio Assault Head Crusher, Audio Assault RM2, Klangelm SDRR2, Waves Getter 3 Overdrive and Fuzz Effects, and the soft clipper that comes stock in Reaper. And my light just died. That sucks, because that was a pretty good take. Decapitator is a pretty popular plugin, but pretty much only because it comes in Soundtoys' suite of plugins, which has a lot of really good stuff. Every time I've seen someone mention the plugin for sound design, at best it's to express how unimpressed they are. I tend to agree. Again, I'm mainly including this because lots of people have it, myself included. It includes 5 styles of distortion modeled after specific vintage hardware, all of which we'll run through. Normally it retails for $199 USD, but I've seen it on sale for as low as $69. Radiator is another plugin from Soundtoys, but one that sounds much better in my opinion. It's modeling the output stage of a tube mixer and in general is quite nice and subtle. It retails for $129, but again, sales as low as $39. Head Crusher by Audio Assault is pretty much just a better version of Decapitator. It has 5 distortion types, again modeled after specific vintage hardware, but they actually sound good. Retails for $49, but I've seen sales as low as $7. RM2 is basically Audio Assault's version of Radiator, a more subtle plugin modeled after the preamp stage of a vintage Japanese console. Retails for $29, but can be had for as low as $7. SDRR2 by Klangelm is a suite of 4 distortion types, but rather than being modeled after specific hardware, they're more general recreations of different type of equipment. The Desk mode is available for free in Klangelm's IVGI plugin, which I highly recommend. It's the best sounding and most versatile distortion plugin I own, and I use it a ton. For the full plugin, you'll pay €23. Next, we have 2 effects in the Gitter 3 suite from Waves. There's really no reason to use this plugin specifically, but I own it and it's easy to throw in. There's plenty of free plugins that have overdrive and fuzz models that sound effectively identical. Price here is $129, but you shouldn't pay more than $29 for it. The last plugin is a soft clipper that ships with Reaper. It's a soft clipper, that's really all there is to say about it. It's free if you buy Reaper. It sounds like a soft clipper. Let's get to the audio tests. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. I'm sitting in a room different from the one you are in now. I'm recording my voice to demonstrate the qualities of different distortion plugins. Okay, hopefully you found those comparisons pretty cool. It's pretty neat to see how these different types of distortion can give you different types of effects, and hopefully it gives you some ideas for how you can use these in your own sound design projects to create different layers and sounds and all sorts of stuff like that. Anyway, that's it for this video. So if you did find this useful, you did come up with some cool ideas based on it, hit that like button. If not, feel free to hit the dislike button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave those down in the comment section down below. And as always, if you want to see more videos like this one, including more videos in this sound design basics series, definitely hit that subscribe button.